2018 to 2024 Toyota Camry USB port replacement. Hey, what's up everybody? This is a 2019 Toyota Camry, and I'm going to be replacing this USB port right here. As you can see, it has a USB port and an auxiliary plug-in spot for an auxiliary cord. And then right here is a 2024 Toyota Camry. For some reason, they got rid of the auxiliary port on these and only has a USB port now. The replacement procedure for both is the same, but the part numbers will be different for the ports. So anyways, back to the 2019. I'm going to take this trim panel off first. You can get a blue interior tool to help you with this. I'll link it below. I actually recommend getting it. But to get this trim panel off, what you want to do actually is just grab it and wiggle it and pull it straight backwards. Don't try to yank it off and rage rip it off. Just be patient and pull it straight backwards. And then it should come out. Now there might be a sensor right here on yours. You need to unplug this sensor if yours has this. Not all of them have it, but you'll definitely know if it does because it won't come off the dash that much. You have to unplug it first. Anyways, then we got to take off this bottom panel right here. And you want to grab it down to here and then just kind of wiggle it. Same thing, pull it straight outwards and then it should come off. Don't rip it off though, because you're going to rip the wires when it comes off. So now once you have this off, we can see we have our oh, you might have a wire harness right here for that sensor I was telling you about. This one doesn't have that though. But here's the USB port and the aux power port, they call it now, like a cigarette lighter. We're just going to unplug these connectors. There's a little thumb tab you could push. If you have fat fingers like me, you may need to use a small little tool to push the button down while you pull back on the connector. Never pull on the wires because you'll damage them. And then once you get this off, we'll just set this over here. Now, this is where the blue interior tool comes in. The USB port has this little side little guy right here, and you have to push him upwards. It's like a hook, and he's hooked onto the panel, so you want to push the hook off and then kind of push the USB forward at the same time out the front of the panel. Also, you might need to kind of move the USB port, go in between the USB port and the panel a little bit with your tool and just keep pushing it forward. And then yeah, here it is right here. We have to separate this. The USB port has these little tabs on each side. One of the tabs is going to be kind of able to, you could push it down and compress. So what you want to do is kind of compress it and then push the USB port forward out of this lid assembly like that. You might have to kind of wrestle with it a little bit, but it will come out. And then here's the USB port for the 2019. I'm going to link a new one below. And here's the part number for it. It's available on a Toyota parts dealer website, but I will add Amazon links once they come available on Amazon. Now the lid assembly, if it breaks on you, here's the part number for the lid assembly. I'll link this below as well. And this is for the 2019. Now if you're in a 2024, it's going to look like this. Same thing. You just kind of push the USB out the same exact way. Here's the part number for a 2024, like this. And then the lid assembly has a different symbol on the front. It's just the USB symbol. And the part number here for that is right here. You can kind of see it stamped on the back. And again, I'll put links below, and then hopefully it'll become available on Amazon soon enough, and we can get aftermarket ones and OEM ones on there, and I'll link those. So check for updated links. But yeah, I'll just push this right in like this. That just pushes straight in. It should lock in place. And then we're just going to push this guy into this panel right here. That'll lock into place as well. It should snap. And then after that, it's basically all back together. We're going to plug in our connectors. Just bring this over here. And side note, when you put this panel back in, start with the bottom tabs. Okay, we'll get these connected. And make sure none of the red tabs have fallen off or are stuck in the dash. You're going to need those back on the panel. So we're going to put this guy back in first. I highly recommend starting with these bottom two tabs. You'll see what I'm talking about when you're looking at it. But get those in first, and then it seems like when those are in, everything else will kind of line up, and you can just push them in. Gently just kind of push them in, and then, maybe give them a little bump if they're lined up to get them in place. And it should go in pretty good. Once those are in, come over here. If this trim piece has that sensor, then plug your sensor back in right here. And then we're going to just get this trim piece put in. Just gently line everything up. It could be kind of tricky right underneath the radio, and I highly recommend maybe just starting from the bottom, get the bottom lined up, and then work your way to the top. And you got to be real careful with this piece because it's pretty fragile, so no rage slamming. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, that's all the information I got for you. The rest of the video is just some products and other stuff I got going on. Totally up to you if you want to stick around. I got a 15% off AUXITO.com promo code. Now AUXITO has a bunch of products, but what they're mostly known for is their really good aftermarket headlights. So if you got an older car, 80s, 90s, 2000s, even a newer car, if it has a bulb, they probably got an upgraded bulb for you. You may have seen aftermarket LED headlights on Amazon, but the thing, I'm not going to say any names, but the thing is they have a lot of issues. Sometimes they start to flicker after a few months, or they get hot and the LED burns off. AUXITO headlights come with integrated fans and modules that control all that stuff. So these are plug and play, super easy to put in. These are available on Amazon. You can get them there. However, if you go to the website and use the promo code GearmoAuto, you can get 15% off. It's really easy. All you got to do is go to the website on your phone or your computer and then put in what kind of car you have, what year, make and model, you know, that stuff, and then it'll display to you all the available lights for your vehicle. You can get headlights, tail lights, interior lights. Highly recommend getting some good interior lights. You'll be surprised how bright it is. So just type GearmoAuto in at the checkout and you'll get 15% off.